Hey everyone, welcome to another deep dive, and this time we're taking a closer look at a scooter that's been making some noise in the two-wheeled world.
Yeah, the 2025 CFMoto 150SC.
It seems like CFMoto is really trying to shake things up.
Definitely aiming to make a splash.
And you know me, I love digging into the details, so we've got a stack of articles and reviews ready to
We're
dissect.
going to break it all down for you.
So strap in, scooter fans, and let's see if this CFMoto lives up to the hype.
Let's dive in.
All right, so we've got this article here dated January 8th, 2025, just a few days ago, and they're calling the 150SC a game changer.
Oh, yeah.
They say it's designed with urban commuters and new riders in mind.
Makes sense. The scooter market is booming.
Absolutely, and they're promising this blend of practicality, performance, and affordability.
That's a trifecta right there.
But is it all marketing fluff, or is there real substance behind these claims?
Well, let's find out.
First things first, let's talk price. This thing comes in under $3,000.
Whoa, that's pretty aggressive.
Right. Especially when you look at the competition, you usually have to shell out a bit more for a decent scooter these days.
So that price point definitely caught my eye.
Me too. Gotta love a good deal.
Now let's get into the nitty-gritty. We've got this spec table here, and it's looking pretty impressive.
Wait on me.
All right, so we've got a 149cc single-cylinder engine with fuel injection.
Solid start.
It's putting out 14.5 horsepower and 12 Nm of torque.
That should be plenty for zipping around town.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to win any drag races, but for city riding, that's more than enough.
Definitely. It's all about that nimble acceleration.
And get this, the fuel efficiency is insane.
Oh, yeah? How's that looking?
50 kilometers per liter.
No way. That's amazing.
I mean, think about it. You could fill up your tank once and practically forget about gas for the entire week.
That's got to be easy on the wallet.
Oh, absolutely, especially with gas prices these days.
Yeah, that's a huge plus, especially for those daily commuters.
So fuel efficient, affordable, it's shaping up nicely so far.
So far, so good.
Now, I'm curious about this fuel injection thing. I know it's supposed to be better, but I never really understood how it works.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mystery to some folks.
So can you break it down for us, like in simple terms?
Sure, so basically, fuel injection is all about precision. It uses electronic sensors to deliver the right amount of fuel to the engine at the right time.
Oh, so it's like a computer controlling the fuel flow.
Exactly. And that means a more efficient burn, which translates into better fuel economy, smoother performance, and even fewer emissions.
Ah, I see. So it's not just about saving money at the pump.
Nope, it's better for the environment too.
Nice. A win-win situation.
Definitely a win-win.
So we've got efficiency, affordability, but what about safety?
That's a crucial one, for sure.
Well, it seems like CFMoto didn't skimp on that front either. The 150SC comes standard with ABS on both wheels.
That's great to hear. ABS is a must-have.
Especially for newer riders.
Absolutely. It can be a lifesaver in those oh-no moments.
So can you explain for those who might not be familiar with ABS what it does and why it's so important?
Sure thing. ABS, or anti-lock braking system, prevents the wheels from locking up during hard braking. This means you maintain steering control even in slippery conditions, and that can help avoid accidents.
Ah, so even if you slam on the brakes, you can still steer.
Exactly. It helps you avoid those nasty skids.
That's a huge confidence booster, especially for someone new to riding.
No doubt, ABS gives you that extra peace of mind.
So we've got a fuel-efficient engine, safety features. It's looking pretty well-rounded so far.
It's shaping up nicely.
But wait, there's more. They've also packed in some tech features that you wouldn't normally find on a scooter in this price range.
Like what?
A full-color TFT display and Bluetooth connectivity.
Wow, that's pretty high-tech for a budget-friendly scooter.
I know, right? It's like they're trying to blur the lines between scooter and motorcycle.
It's definitely pushing the boundaries.
All right, so I'm intrigued by this TFT display. What exactly does it bring to the table?
It's basically like having a mini computer on your dashboard. You get crystal clear information on everything, from your speed and fuel level to navigation prompts.
So it's more than just a fancy screen, it's actually useful.
Absolutely, and it's way easier to read than those old analog gauges.
Plus, with Bluetooth connectivity, you can connect your phone and get all sorts of notifications and infotainment.
Yeah, it's like having a smart cockpit at your fingertips.
So they've definitely stepped up the tech game with this scooter.
No doubt about it.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about the actual riding experience. The article raves about the modern engine performance, and we've already talked about the fuel injection.
Right, the liquid-cooled engine is a big plus too.
So what does that mean for the everyday rider? Like, how does it translate into real-world benefits?
Well, for starters, a liquid-cooled engine means smoother acceleration and a more refined riding experience compared to those air-cooled engines that can get pretty noisy and vibey.
So less rattling and shaking.
Exactly. It's a much smoother ride overall.
I can appreciate that, especially during those long commutes.
Yeah, comfort is key.
And speaking of comfort, the article highlights those wide tires as a safety feature, but I'm guessing they also contribute to a smoother ride.
Absolutely. Those wider tires provide better grip and stability, which translates into a more comfortable and confident ride, especially over bumps and rough patches.
So it's not just about safety, it's about overall ride quality.
It's all connected.
All right, now let's talk about looks. The article mentions a stylish design with sharp lines.
It definitely has a modern aesthetic.
But honestly, a lot of scooters kind of blend together for me. What are some specific design elements that make this one stand out?
Well, the front end has a sporty, almost aggressive look with those sleek LED headlights.
Ah, so it's got some attitude?
Yeah, and the body panels have these dynamic angles that catch the light, creating a more visually interesting profile.
I see what you mean. It's not just a plain, boxy scooter.
It's got some curves and edges that give it a more dynamic look.
So they've definitely put some thought into the aesthetics.
They're appealing to the style-conscious rider.
No, I want to circle back to those smart technology features. I'm still wrapping my head around how Bluetooth and a TFT display can actually make a difference in my daily commute.
Yeah, it's easy to dismiss them as gimmicks, but they can actually enhance your riding experience in a meaningful way.
All right, I'm all ears. Convince me.
Okay, imagine you're navigating through rush hour traffic. Instead of fumbling with your phone for directions, you simply glance down at your scooter's TFT display. It's seamlessly connected to your smartphone, showing you the map, turn-by-turn directions, all in a clear, easy-to-read format.
Ah, so it's like having a built-in GPS.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's much safer than trying to look at your phone while riding.
That's a good point. Safety first.
Plus, you can also control your music, answer calls, even get text message notifications, all without taking your hands off the handlebars.
Now that's convenient.
It's all about keeping you connected and informed while on the go.
So they've really thought about the modern rider's needs.
It's a scooter designed for the digital age.
All right, I'm impressed. They've packed a lot of features and tech into this thing.
That's a well-rounded package for sure.
But how does it stack up against the heavy hitters in the 150cc scooter world? You know, the established players like Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki.
That's the real test, right?
Exactly. So we've got this comparison table here, and it's pitting the CFMoto 150SC against the Honda PCX 150, the Yamaha NMA X 155, and the Suzuki Bergman Street.
Let's see how it fares.
All right, so right off the bat, we see that price advantage again. The CFMoto starts at $2,900, while the Honda PCX 150 is $3,200. The Yamaha NMAX 155 is even pricier at $3,400, and the Suzuki Bergman Street is the closest at $2,800.
But the Bergman has a slightly smaller engine, right?
Yeah, it's got a 124cc engine, so it's in a slightly lower performance category.
Makes sense.
So with that aggressive pricing, I'm wondering if there are any compromises in terms of performance or features.
Well, let's look at the numbers. The CFMoto's engine is right there with the Honda in terms of size and power, and it actually boasts slightly better fuel efficiency than the Yamaha.
That's impressive. They're not sacrificing performance to hit that price point.
Not at all, and they haven't skimped on safety either. The CFMoto has ABS on both wheels, just like the Honda and Yamaha.
So it seems like they're delivering on all fronts.
They're challenging the notion that you have to pay a premium for a well-equipped scooter.
I like that they're shaking things up a bit.
Definitely making the big brands sweat.
All right, now let's move beyond the numbers and talk about the actual riding experience. The article mentions a rider-centric focus with a comfortable seat and spacious footboard.
Yeah, they're emphasizing comfort and ergonomics.
So can you paint a picture for us? What does that translate to for the rider?
Imagine this. You're commuting home after a long day, and instead of feeling cramped and uncomfortable, you're sitting on the CFMoto's ergonomically designed seat.
Sounds relaxing already.
It's designed to provide ample support and cushioning for those longer rides, and the spacious footboard gives you room to stretch out a bit, which is great for those of us with longer legs.
Oh, I can appreciate that.
Yeah, no more feeling like you're folded up like a pretzel.
And what about storage? Can you actually carry anything on this scooter?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The under-seat storage is surprisingly generous.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking enough room to fit a helmet, groceries, maybe even a small picnic basket if you're feeling adventurous.
So it's practical, too.
Definitely designed for everyday use.
All right, so we've got comfort, storage. It's checking all the boxes for a practical city companion.
It's a versatile little machine.
Now, the article highlights some specific advantages of the CFMoto 150SC. What are some of the things that really make it stand out from the crowd?
Well, first and foremost, that affordability, that sub $3,000 price tag is a game changer, making scooter ownership accessible to a wider range of riders.
Yeah, that's a big deal, especially for students or anyone on a tight budget.
It opens up a whole new world of transportation options.
What else is on that list of advantages?
Superior fuel efficiency. We've already touched upon this, but it's worth emphasizing again. At 50 km, the CFMoto 150SC is in a league of its own.
Seriously, that's incredible.
To put that into perspective, you could potentially save hundreds of dollars per year on gas compared to other scooters, or even a small car.
Now that's something I can get behind.
It's not just good for your wallet, it's good for the environment too.
A true eco-friendly option.
And thirdly, it's packed with those advanced features we talked about earlier. That TFT display, Bluetooth connectivity, ABS, those aren't just bells and whistles. They enhance your riding experience, making it safer, more convenient, and more enjoyable.
So they're not just about looking cool, they actually have practical value.
Exactly. They're designed to make your life easier and more fun on the road.
All right, I'm almost sold. But before I run out and buy one, let's address the elephant in the room. The article does mention a few drawbacks.
Yes. There's always a catch.
So hit me with the bad news. What are the limitations of this scooter?
Well, first up, limited highway capability. This scooter is built for the city, period.
So no cross-country road trips on this thing.
That 149cc engine is going to struggle to keep up with highway speeds. And the ride itself might not be the most comfortable on those long stretches of open road.
Okay, fair enough. It's the king of the urban jungle, but maybe not the best choice for cruising down the highway.
It's all about choosing the right tool for the job.
What's the next drawback?
The fuel tank is a bit on the smaller side at just 8 liters.
That doesn't sound like much.
It's not huge, but with that incredible fuel efficiency, you'll still be able to go quite a distance before needing to fill up.
So daily commutes are fine, but longer trips might require some strategic planning.
Yeah, you'll need to map out your gas stops.
All right, I can live with that.
And lastly, the dealer and service network might be limited depending on your location. CFMoto is still a relatively new player in some markets, so finding a dealer or service center might not be as easy as with some of the more established brands.
That's a good point. It's definitely something to consider before making a purchase.
You want to make sure you have access to support if you need it.
So it's all about doing your research.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we've covered a lot of ground here. From specs and features to pros and cons, it seems like this CFMoto 150SC is a serious contender in the scooter market.
It's definitely making a statement.
It's like the ultimate city companion. But is it truly worth considering? What kind of rider would be the ideal fit for this model?
Well, if you're someone who prioritizes practicality, affordability, and a bit of fun in your daily commute, then this scooter is absolutely worth a closer look. It's perfect for navigating urban environments, zipping through traffic, and those quick trips around town. And it's also an excellent choice for new riders who are looking for a user-friendly and budget-friendly way to get into the scooter world.
So it's a versatile option that caters to a wide range of riders.
Exactly. And it might just be the shakeup that the scooter market needs.
Now, that's a bold statement. What makes you think it's so revolutionary?
Well, think about it. They're offering features and performance that rival the big names, but at a fraction of the cost. That's a compelling proposition that could force the established brands to rethink their pricing and offerings.
That's an interesting point. I hadn't considered the potential ripple effects this scooter could have on the industry.
It's definitely a scooter to watch.
Now, for those listeners who are seriously considering adding this CFMoto to their garage, what are the key factors they should weigh when making their decision?
First and foremost, consider your riding needs. This scooter excels in urban environments, but isn't designed for long highway hauls. Think about your typical routes, your commute distance, and whether you'll be carrying passengers or cargo regularly.
That makes sense. It's all about choosing the right scooter for your lifestyle.
Exactly.
What else should they keep in mind?
Research the dealer network in your area. While CFMoto's presence is growing, it's still essential to ensure you have access to service and support when you need it.
Good advice. Anything else?
And most importantly, don't just rely on reviews and specs. Get a feel for the scooter yourself. Test ride it, see how comfortable it is, how it handles, and whether it truly meets your expectations.
Wise words. Because ultimately, the best scooter is the one that fits your personal riding style and preferences.
Exactly.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground here, but we've only scratched the surface. There's a whole world of scooter reviews, comparisons, and forum discussions out there waiting to be explored.
That's right. The world of scooters is vast and fascinating.
So if this deep dive has sparked your curiosity, don't hesitate to dive deeper.
Explore those forums, read those reviews, and maybe even connect with other scooter enthusiasts in your area.
Sharing knowledge and experiences is a great way to learn and grow as a rider.
Absolutely, there's always something new to discover in the world of scooters.
So until next time, happy riding, everyone.
And keep those wheels turning.
All right, so let's shift gears a bit and tackle some of those frequently asked questions that always seem to pop up.
Yeah, those FAQs can be super helpful.
So let's start with the big one, price. What's the damage for the CFMoto 150SC?
Well, as we mentioned earlier, the starting price is around $2,900.
Which, for all those features, is pretty darn impressive.
It's a steal, really.
Now, I'm guessing fuel efficiency is another hot topic.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone wants to save money at the pump.
So can you remind us of that impressive mileage figure?
50 kilometers per liter, my friend.
50 kilometers per liter, that's just wild.
Imagine filling up your tank once a week and not having to worry about gas for your daily commute.
That's the dream, right?
It's a game changer, especially with gas prices being what they are.
Okay, safety, always a top priority, especially for new riders.
Can't skimp on safety.
So just to confirm, ABS is standard on this scooter, right?
You betcha. ABS on both wheels, no extra cost.
That's reassuring to hear they're not cutting corners.
It's all about peace of mind.
Now, the question that's probably on everyone's mind, is this scooter suitable for beginners?
Absolutely, it's perfect for new riders.
Really? What makes you say that?
Well, it's lightweight, easy to handle, and has that responsive engine that's not going to intimidate you.
Plus the ABS, right?
Exactly. That added safety net is crucial for those just starting out.
So it's a great way to dip your toes into the world of scootering.
It's an invitation to two-wheeled freedom.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground here, from the detailed specs to the real-world riding experience. As we wrap up this deep dive, what are the key takeaways you think our listeners should remember about the 2025 CFMoto 150SC?
Well, I think this scooter represents a shift in the market. It's proof that you don't have to sacrifice quality or features to get an affordable and stylish scooter.
So it's a value proposition that's hard to ignore.
Exactly, it's raising the bar.
But before we officially sign off, let's leave our listeners with a thought-provoking question to ponder.
Right, hit me.
With its unique blend of affordability, features, and performance, could the CFMoto 150SC be a true disruptor in the scooter world? Could it shake things up and force the established brands to rethink their game?
That's a great question. And I think it's too early to say for sure, but it certainly has the potential.
It's a force to be reckoned with.
It's definitely making waves.
So for our listeners who are intrigued, maybe even picturing themselves cruising on this sleek machine, what are the most important things they should consider before taking the plunge?
Well, as we always say, think about your riding needs. Where will you be riding? How far? Will you need to carry a passenger or cargo?
Practical consideration.
Yeah, make sure the scooter fits your lifestyle.
What else should they keep in mind?
Do your research on the dealer network in your area. CFMoto is expanding, but it's still good to make sure you have access to service and support if you need it.
Always a good idea.
And most importantly, don't just take our word for it. Go out there and experience the CFMoto 150SC for yourself.
Test ride, test ride, test ride.
Exactly. Get a feel for it. See if it sparks that two-wheel joy.
Because at the end of the day, the best scooter is the one that puts a smile on your face.
Well said. It's all about the riding experience.
All right. I think that about covers it for our deep dive into the 2025 CFMoto 150SC. We hope you've enjoyed this journey of discovery.
We had a blast breaking it all down.
And hopefully you're feeling informed and maybe even a little inspired to explore the world of scooters.
There's a whole world of two-wheeled adventures out there.
So until next time, happy riding, everyone.
And remember, folks, the world of scooters is always evolving. New models, new technologies.
Yeah, it's an exciting time to be a scooter enthusiast.
For sure. And if you decide to take the plunge with this CFMoto 150SC,
Yeah.
we'd love to hear your thoughts.
Absolutely. Let us know what you think.
Your experiences, your insights.
Yeah, they help us all learn and grow as a community.
Exactly. We're all in this together.
So until next time, happy scootering, everyone.
Keep the rubber side down.
And those wheels turn.